Hello, viewers. Welcome to another wonderful episode on your favorite talk show on Serenity TV. So today we have a wonderful guest in the studio. So today with me here is Honorable Ezejiro Henry Uzoma, Chairman Board of Trustee, the Ezejiro Foundation, former Honorable Member, Imo State House of Assembly, Uguta Constituency, the former Special Advisor to the Governor of Imo State on Marine Transport. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, sir, today I would like to discuss an interesting topic with you. The topic says the quick syndrome, the GetRichQuick syndrome. So, I have a question, sir. Do you think the GetRichQuick syndrome, do you think it is a consequence of societal pressure? Because the youth nowadays, we feel that it is because of the things happening in society, it's a must to get rich. So do you think it is a societal pressure?
Okay. Thank you very much for that wonderful question.
You're welcome, sir.
First and foremost, I want to say that the GetRichQuick syndrome, mostly from our youth, is a misunderstanding of the values that holds human existence.
Okay.
For example, the main problem they have is the problem of impatience. You understand? Life itself is not a race. People have their respective qualities. You understand? If you check the Oxford meaning of patience, you'll find in there that patience is the capacity to tolerate delay and disappointment. And that most of our youth have. Patience is a very, very important virtue. And all these topics we're talking about is summarized with just what our word patience. With patience, the issue of the menace will be a thing of the past. Because people, mainly our youth, they feel that they are losing out of anything. Once they have one disappointment, they will feel that they've lost all. And most of them are not career driven. Everybody, every youth must be associated with a career. You understand? Once you identify yourself with one thing, whenever that career is needed, you'll be called. You're only unimportant if you don't have a career. No matter the number of times it takes. Many of my friends, some of them, even richer than myself, are not even graduates. The land trade, some of them are on the American market, some of them are in Aba. Today they are multi-millionaires because they've identified with their career, they had patience, they learned, and today they are very successful.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. So, in this day and age, like you said, lack of patience, you find out that our youth growing these days don't have that particular patience. Everyone, especially when you see your age mates or your age group succeeding, you actually don't know what he or she has passed through or what he has done to get there, but you want to. So, and it now brings this GetRichQuick syndrome. So, what do you now say about peer pressure when it comes to, because in age grade now, when you guys are gathered in your age grade and you feel that this person is reaching this person, you feel left out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Peer pressure is something that our youth can easily manage if they stay focused.
Okay.
Because we are all created differently. We came into this world differently, and we will also live differently. As such, the day I make it, I become successful, might not be the day you become successful. So, it's a work in progress for all of them. You should understand that it's a work in progress. As far as you are doing a legitimate career, no matter what it is, there is no career that does not contribute something to the society,
Okay.
whether tailoring, shoemaker, carpenter, whatever it contributes something to the society. As such, one way or the other, you must be successful with patience.
Okay.
Okay? The virtue patience, when it pays off, if you have enormous patience, when it pays off, it's as if you have won lottery. But many people don't understand that. That word patience is key. Lack of patience have sent so many of our youth to prison yards. It's lack of patience that makes so many of our youth to go and join ritual killings, armed robbery, and all that. And they end up in jail. So the watchword there is that our youth must have patience, follow their career. Gradually, you must make it. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So, lack of education.
Yeah.
Do you think it actually plays a huge role in this quick get rich mentality?
Okay.
When someone does not go to school?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Let me use myself as an example.
All right.
I'm a graduate of microbiology from Imo State University. That's my first degree. And I will tell you, to date, I don't think I have used that degree before, because I've been a successful man since I left school. I've been a businessman since I left school and the pardon. Okay? Probably when I filled the form to run for House of Assembly, which the basic requirement is SS3.
Okay.
You can see that my university did not take me to House of Assembly.
Okay.
So as such, education is not a must for everybody.
Okay.
I agree with you that education is good. Okay? But so many traders, even over here in Aba and Onitsha, have become multi-millionaires without going to school.
Okay.
If your parents can afford to take you to school, fine. If your parents cannot afford to take you to school, but you can go and learn trade,
Okay.
you are also going to be useful to the society. However, as a successful businessman, you can also go back to school and become a graduate if you want.
Okay.
Okay? Let me give an example. When I left school as a graduate, I and my friends in the same business line, we are dealing on telecommunication. We're buying handsets and accessories. We went to Dubai to go and buy phones. And we bought a lot of phones and came back to Nigeria. Then they were in Lagos. I was in Port Harcourt. Before I could finish selling my phone, my friends have sold all theirs and go back to Dubai again and come back again. Two or three times before myself. And I was asking why. They told me that I'm a graduate, I should go and look for government work. But none of them went to school.
Okay.
Okay, they all learned trade on the Champion market. Okay, so they told me that if I want the secret of how they do this business, I should come. Let them teach me. I was not bringing them. They told me that. They asked me how much was I selling one phone. Then it was the best phone there was Samsung R220.
Okay.
Okay, so I told them that phone. We bought that phone then was about 2,000 or 3,000. So I was selling my phone about 4,000. I was making profit of 1,000, but they were selling their phone at 3,050 naira.
Wow. Okay.
Sometimes 3,100 naira. In my 4 years in university, I did not get such experience. I didn't know that the business was turnover, not profit.
Okay.
Minimal profit. So before I could finish my goods, they've gone to Dubai 5 more times, and they have covered that money, and I'm still waiting. You can see now that it's not all about education.
Okay.
You understand? So if your parents can afford to afford education, fine. If they cannot, however, you as a human being, or parents also should also study their children, behavioral trend, and see the ones that are also business inclined, and the ones that are also very intelligent to study law, medicine, and all that. Because a wrong choice of course or a wrong choice of profession can also mar a child.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So in other words, education is not really the key to getting rich, like making money. Skills actually plays a huge role in in creating wealth.
When I was in the university, I was making a lot of money by making phone calls alone. It was my own personal initiative with mobile phone. So it's all about the youth thinking out of the box and trying to learn career and develop the career. Okay, our youth should try, but we have very hardworking youths. But the problem is that some of them don't even believe in themselves. When you see yourself as a potential billionaire. When you see yourself as a potential big boy. Don't be see yourself as a loser. Don't be see yourself that you are poor. Because what you think of yourself is what you be. So, as far as the economy is concerned, I understand the government have their own role to play. A team will have its own role to play as president of the country. Governor, both of them have role to play as governor of Imo State. And even if you look at Imo today, the government have created what they call OFOBI, one kindred, one company. So many of our youth can key into that OFOBI in Imo State. Go to your community, go ask for OFOBI, they will tell you. You key in there. From there you will grow. So no youth have any reason to fail as far as Imo today is concerned. Most of them who call themselves Yahoo are into kidnapping, are into all forms of crimes. And you can only succeed for a while if you're doing crime. The long arm of the law will surely catch you. They say every day for the thief, one day is for the owner of the house. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So far it has been an interesting topic. I would also like us to look into the corruption aspects,
Yes.
corruption and inequality. Because let me give an example here. Young youths, there are things you would want to do. Being a youth who is not financially capable, there are things you want to do, and you go to certain places and you're asked to bring huge amounts of money, which they know you can't afford. They will tell you that it's not a problem how you get it. If you want to go to this place or you want to achieve this, you have to get that money to get it. And there crime comes in. So what do you say about corruption and inequality? The fact that we are not equals. So if you cannot get this, don't come here.
Okay. There we talk about choice.
Okay.
Okay. On the way going to Lagos, there are many routes. There are so many routes to solving a problem. There are so many routes for one career. If that particular route is giving you issues whereby asking for money you cannot afford, you try other routes. It is only when you believe that that's the only route to that place you're going to, or to what you want to achieve, that is when you have a problem. Do you understand?
Yes.
I just gave you an instance of this opposing. It's one route. There's so many other routes. You know, the issue of trading, like I understood some of these young men today, once they make their first money, some of them will go and buy phone and say they want to do Yahoo. Okay, these are the wish of lazy people. Many of these young men who you see that say they are Yahoo are kidnappers. They only use that word to deceive our youth. Many of them are armed robbers. They will say they are Yahoo. They only use that word to deceive our youth, thereby making our youth lazy. So let me tell you, understand that those types of riches have very limited expiring date.
Okay.
Okay? You must choose a career within yourself and pursue that career. There is no way you will fail. You can never fail. Once you choose a career of your choice, pursue that career, you can never fail. It's all only a matter of time. Let us do that word, patience coming. Okay? You must have patience, pursue your career. If you're doing something, one day they will say, go and call that man, go and call that boy. That's Emeka. He will say, is this the Emeka, the welder? He said, go and call him. People have not forgotten you. It's just because that's your service. They don't need it yet. Once they need that service, they must call you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Viewers, as you can see, we have been treating an interesting topic with Honorable Ezediaro Henry Uzoma. So we'll go on a short break and we'll be back shortly. Thanks. Alright, welcome back, viewers. We are still on the topic. Get Rich Quick syndrome. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
So, moving on. Let's look into social media and the glamour of it. Social media has been, will I call it a kind of trauma, or it has been a very misleading, it's educative, yeah, but it has actually been a very misleading part also for our youth. So what do you say about social media? Do you think it's actually pressurizing them into making wealth or getting wealth easily? That quick mentality of getting wealth. Do you think social media pressures them into it?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
I want to say that social media has both good and bad influence. And both the parents and the guardians of the young ones have a role to play.
Okay.
There are certain age our children have to be before we allow them access to social media.
Okay.
Social media have also made the world a global village, which is something good. Something will be happening in New Jersey now, and you'll be seeing things on your phone. That's the impact of social media, which is also very good. But at the same time, we must try as much as possible to take the benefits and leave the benefits. Our youth can benefit a lot from social media, which some of them are already benefiting. For example, what they call the content creators,
Yeah.
that get paid by Facebook and things like that. Okay, you make usable content. You don't make you don't sell your body in the name of making content. You don't make useless content. Okay. Sometimes you will looking for money at all costs. At the end of the day, you become very, very wealthy. But your past will be there for you. At your past will be there. It will never clear. When you talk, people will remind you of your past. That is why, as we are chasing the money, we should also remember the past we are creating for ourselves. Okay? Because these records are indelible. These things on social media, they are indelible. Forever and ever, they are on YouTube. They are there. So even when you think, even when they say pull it down, and you think you are pulled it down, are you the owner of Facebook? Do you know what they have in their back ends? Do you have the capacity to go to Facebook and put the thing down yourself? So we must be careful of what we post. We must be careful of what we send out there for people to view. We must moderate our children's access to social media. There are so many ways you can use social media constructively. For example, many of our youth who are into farming can advertise your goods through social media. Okay, many of us today, because of social media, now you can even see your drivers on phone. The boat drivers, all of them. You see, you know who's driving and everything. It's good, no doubt, but we must use it constructively so that we don't expose ourselves to unnecessary bias. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. So far, we have actually touched a lot of aspects regarding this Get Rich Quick syndrome.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at the materialistic part of it.
Yeah.
Because I see use our society today as an example. Everyone wants to look good.
Yeah.
Everyone, the ladies, the guys, everyone wants something out there without working for it.
Yeah.
You see someone dressed in all Gucci and all that, you want to acquire it, but you don't have the job and you want to get the money at all costs. So what do you say about that? The materialistic aspect of it.
Now, it's unacceptable that many of our youth have youthful exuberances, because you must learn to cut your clothes according to the available material.
Okay.
Okay? You shouldn't let complex send you astray. Ability to save money determines who becomes rich and who becomes poor. Even in the Bible, it's there. When you don't have the capacity to save money, you are as good as a poor man, because you consume all you have worked for. So working hard is one thing, being able to save is another thing. I don't have any problem with people wearing designer clothes.
Okay.
I wear some when I can afford them, but it's not always a must do if you cannot afford it. There are some basic necessities of life you must first of all do. Save your money, invest. The clothes are not investment. Okay, they're important, but they're not investment. You should consider better areas of investment. Okay, like land. Shares is no longer the way it used to be. So one of the major areas of investment now is land. That place we call bush today at Eboma. Before you know it, one or two roads.
Yeah.
It is now it is now a very, very expensive land. Okay, look at today now. Ngwapala, where they gave Ebukobi, where the governor gave the Ebukobi allocation because of the good projects, the good schools the church is doing there. Now, plot of land there now is something else. So any of the youths who have invested there will be smiling to the bank. So we must learn to invest. Okay, look at Inimo now. Many roads open up here and there. So anybody who must have bought land in a bush yesterday, that bush now with one road across it is a big money for you. So we must look inwards, leave clothes, look at more beneficial things like land, like farming. Okay? When we were younger, what we used to wear then was akrika. Yes. I don't know if they use now still buy akrika. Okay? And then we were able to save money. Today we can afford to go to any shop in the world and shop. Okay? So if we are wasting our money then, we will not be where we are today. By God's grace. So I advise the youth to look more inward, to save their income more, instead of spending them in expensive designer clothes. It's all for show. It's all for show, which is ephemeral. It's just temporal. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So now, sir, please, let's take a good look at the consequences to those to our youths out there who are looking for quick means to make money, who don't want to work for it, who just want to make the money quickly. What are the consequences that you should bear in mind, that these are the consequences of what you do if you go ahead with this? What are the consequences?
The consequence of get rich syndrome is the consequence of being impatient. And when you're impatient, you don't have the capacity to think twice, to tolerate. In most cases, you act without thinking. When you hear of people committing murder, it's a lot of impatience. In 1 minute, before you take any action, breathe in first. Because you're one step away from the prison yard. You are just one step away from the prison yard. So many of the shit, if you go to the prison yard, you see many of our youths, and they're all regretting. Just one second patient would have saved that problem. Just 1 second. Okay? Because people take action without thinking. Every action you take has implication. Okay? But if you are a patient person, okay, in fact, if you ask me, people are talking about Ogwego. The real Ogwego is patience. It's patient, because when you have enormous patience, there is no way you will not be successful. You must succeed. You must succeed. Because whatever you're doing, okay, you must apply patience in it. But it must be career oriented. It must be career oriented. You can't stay in your house and fold your hands. I want to become a millionaire. You can never be a millionaire. For you to be a millionaire, you must start doing something, no matter how small that you're doing. Okay? One day your phone must ring. People must ask you, that thing you used to do, are you still doing? You say, yes, that's what I've been doing. Okay? You must know. Once you are known for something, that thing becomes your trademark. They say, Emeka Nwamadi, okay? Nke ahụ nke onye welder, onye na phone, only one that made the best gate. You understand? And you be flowing trend. You be improving on gate design. Now they won't do gate that has remote control. Technology. So there is no way you will not be successful as a career-driven person. Okay? Working for people is good. Okay? But in most cases, when you're able to generate your capital, you can still be working, and you can still be doing your own career. It's very, very important.
What are your advice to the youth out there?
Point of correction.
Okay.
I'm a businessman.
Okay, sir.
Okay? But if you say I'm a businessman politician,
Okay,
that's
sir.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Because I'm the MD CEO, Sky Homes Furniture Interior Design Limited. I'm the MD CEO, The Odds Integrated Services Limited. I'm the MD CEO, City Mart Confectionery.
Wow.
I'm also the MD CEO, GetRichQuick Solutions Limited. So you can see I have shares of companies. I sit at the head of the board. However, politics is a second office.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes,
my first office is business.
Okay.
Okay? You see the people who are the politics people, they call career politicians. Those are the do or die.
Okay.
People like us are not do or die. But we have where we are coming from. So after election, after office in service, we go back to our offices like now. Okay? I'm in my office doing my business. Thank you.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. So as a businessman and a politician,
Yes.
so what are your advice to the youth out there?
Okay. My advice to the youth out there is, whatever you're doing, you must create a career for yourself that you will be known for, which you are going to grow with. Because the economy is growing, so you can grow with the economy. The economy is growing, so you can grow with the economy. If you don't have a career you create for yourself, the economy will leave you behind. The economy will leave you behind. Today, they've opened the government of Imo State, the new have opened up roads here and there. Many buildings are springing up here and there. How are you benefiting? Have you keyed in yourself in the value chain? If you have a career, let's say for example, you do tiles, okay? You lay tiles or you do POP, for example. You will not agree with me that you have more POP, more houses to lay POP on. You have more estates to lay POP on. You have more estates to lay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you must key into the economy. Okay, as you're working for somebody, you should also be thinking of how to create a career for yourself. It's very, very important. They should not be thinking of how to go and do Yahoo, because that Yahoo is fake. Okay? Most of them are armed robbers. Most of them are kidnappers. Okay? They only use that Yahoo as a name to camouflage the crime they are doing. However, the long arm of the law will catch up on them. It's a matter of small time. Okay? So they should know that without being career driven, okay, whereby they make genuine money for themselves, they will certainly end up in jail. They are not told about it. It's a matter of time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you very much. We are actually glad to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
So, to our youth out there, our guests here have said it all. That if get rich quick syndrome is not a consequence of societal pressure, or is a matter of choice. All you have to do is acquire a skill, get a career for yourself, instead of going into the get rich. I want to get rich quick, going into dubious means to get rich. So just make sure you have a career for yourself, something to get you going, something to grow with the economy, like our guest said. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Honorable Ezediaro. Thank you very much for joining us in the studio. We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, viewers. Please do not to follow us on our social media handle on Facebook at Serenity TV. Follow us, leave your comments, leave your opinions. God bless you. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Thank you.